Welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Night Walkthrough here on Puffamania. This is Ace the Kid Hagen with none other than the Puffster himself.
Your boy Big Papa Puff coming to you here at Shakaloo Radio. We once again start off tonight in Montreal, Quebec, Canada with none other than the Kevin Owens Show. And what better way to start off with the Kevin Owens Show with none other than, yeah boys, the New Day. Unfortunately though, the New Day were coming in a little light. Only two members were coming out, Xavier and Kofi.
Why is that?
Big E's out.
Big E's out with what?
Now, don't be concerned. He's not out as in out. He is just injured. He's not out of the group. He's just injured. He's torn his meniscus, so he's going to be out for a little bit. But they found a replacement.
Oh, who's the replacement?
They have a backup.
Don't tell me.
Oh, yeah. It's the reason why they're on the Kevin Owens Show, because the backup for Big E is none other than Big O.
Big O?
Big O.
Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens.
So, with that confirmed of Big O being part of the New Day, well, not quite yet. He has to go through initiation.
He has to go through the initiation first.
He already got the hip swivel down.
He's
got
been
the unicorn on
yes,
his head.
he's been knighted with the unicorn.
Small, extra small tank top.
Yeah, they gave him a little tiny youth-sized T-shirt on this very not youth-sized man. But yeah, how do you feel about it? The whole gimmick with the New Day and Owens.
I guess it's kind of like one of those things where you have to like watch it ride out. Kind of like what you had to do for Enzo Amore and Big Cass. It was painful to watch, just like this is going to be painful to watch. Because I don't see Kevin Owens as a tag team competitor. He's more of a singles competitor to me. Unless if he's going full on, like, I'll be your manager and I'll escort you in and not do it. But I don't want to see him wrestle as tag team. He's more of a singles competitor.
Well, clearly this isn't going to be something that is going to be permanent. Right. This is only going to be temporary, if not just for this one night. However,
but what's going to happen when Big E comes back? That's 8 weeks. That's Kevin Owens has gotten used to doing everything.
Maybe a Big E heel turn? You guys replaced me with a fat guy? How dare you? Comes back, they're like, oh, hey, look, it's our boy, Big E. And he's like, don't you boy me. And then, takes him out in the ring, goes heel, because if you look at it, which one of them has had the most successful time actually being a heel?
Yeah, but they should slowly break apart the New Day. It's too fast what's happening right now. I mean, it's cool that Kevin Owens is part of it.
I like it. I do. I think it's different for his character.
It's not him.
It isn't. And that's what makes it funny. That's what makes it good. The whole point of anything that has to do with the New Day, at this point, they tried making them a serious tag team. It didn't work. As soon as they made them into a comedy bit where they made them lighthearted, but are still, a serious competitor, that is when they started getting attention and everybody started to like them. And it's that vibe that they have to have in order to survive with that popularity. And,
true.
Looking at what Kevin Owens has played so far in WWE, he's just played the guy who has the eternal expression on his face of, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't like you. I don't like your face. Well, I don't want to be here.
Persona.
Exactly. But now he's gone from that to the power of positivity. The New Day have used their power.
So you saying that the New Day can create a massive stable just like the Right to Censor?
Yes, but with the power of positivity, they can turn sourpusses like Kevin Owens into these, comedic acts that can just out of nowhere. Because this is such a change in character for him. When he did the hip swivel, I died.
So fans, if you're listening to this right now, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live later on today And I honestly want to hear your input on what you guys think is going to happen with the New Day here. Do you think the New Day is going to expand with their stable, or do you think it's just going to slowly branch apart, kind of like the Shield?
Who knows? Maybe they can have a new guest honorary member every SmackDown Live. So this week it's Kevin Owens. Next week it could be.
That's too much.
Who knows?
That's too much.
Well, I know it's too much,
That's
but
too much change for the fans who don't really pay attention, because one night, let's say, oh hey, Kevin Owens is on here. The Big O. What else is going to be fed on to that?
Good point.
But then yet again, no one's seen this coming.
No one saw it coming, and that's what I love about it. I never would have thought that you did have Kevin Owens in this position, and he plays it really well, and that's what I love about it.
That's because Kevin Owens, man, he can sell anything.
He really can, and that's why I love him.
He can make a small thing make something look really big, like the stunner, for instance. And like, he uses the stunner correctly,
or being knighted by a unicorn headband. I mean, he sold it.
He knows what to do. He's the master in that.
Like, he could have just bent his head down and just, just put on a head, but no, he kneeled down like, I'm being knighted, and that just made it so much more just great.
There was some meaning behind it, and I kind of want to see.
I want to see this.
See continue.
I want to.
At the same time, I don't want to see.
It's going to be one of those things where when we look at it in the future, we're going to be like, God, that was terrible. That was dumb, and it had no point. Or maybe, it might end up having a twist in the end. There might be somewhat of a point, but still, terrible. But at the moment in time, as we're writing it into, the sun until it gets to that point where it's stupid, we're just enjoying the ride. We're just, this is fun. This is, to us at the moment, it's hilarious.
Right.
I mean, who didn't die when they saw the Big O hula hoop hip swivel?
So to kind of focus on the segment, Kevin Owens invited the New Day out because they were short this one person, and they were fighting Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, and Cesaro. And they were that one person short, so the Big O stepped up and
said, "Well, maybe you've lost Big E,
later on,
so now you need Big K." But then immediately you decided to go with Big O because that one's funnier.
Exactly. We'll kind of get into that later on tonight here. But let's focus more here on this. The first. All right, let's phase into this Superstar Shake Up match. It was the debut of Finn Balor on SmackDown against Mustafa Ali. Came out victorious over Mustafa.
That's right. Finn Balor got his debut win on SmackDown Live. I like the fit.
Yeah?
I do.
Well, he has the Intercontinental title. It only belongs over on SmackDown.
And more importantly, no more Bobby Lashley Intercontinental Championship picture. Finally, we're going to get a new feud. I'm sorry, but it had to stop. It should have stopped a long time ago. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Just
very dreadful. Dreadful. Just dreadful.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. And there's no other word to say it. It's dreadful. I mean, sure, yeah, there's things that could be
more dreadful than
like
Bobby Lashley and
diverticulitis,
or something that's more relatable. Giant Gonzalez versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 3 in Las Vegas.
No, dreadful.
More dreadful than
it's
that?
More dreadful. Dreadful. Just dreadful with a capital D. Dreadful.
Huh. Well, let's fade into this next segment we're going to talk about here. RTruth and Carmella. They walked into the ring, started rapping with Carmella just saying, "What up? What up?" She wouldn't even help out RTruth. It was just a What up?
Yeah, but RTruth doesn't need help. He had it all on his own.
No, he needs lots of help.
Well, yeah, obviously he needs help. He's crazy Uncle RTruth, who's way too familiar with the cough syrup. But, I mean, yeah, he needs mental help, clearly. There are two things that RTruth is clearly good at. One is making a subpar rap, and the second is making every single superstar in the locker rooms piss themselves with laughter. But anyways, moving on from Crazy Uncle RTruth, we move to Carmella versus Charlotte Flair.
That's right, Puffster. Carmella versus Flair, big match, 2 Smackdown originals. This match was brutal. It went back and forth. The match went outside the ring. They battled for a little bit on the outside of the ring. Not too many spots were called out there. But at the end of the match, Charlotte Flair got the W with their figure 8 lock. I gotta tell you something about this. I really wish Charlotte Flair would change up her repertoire. Or at least her finisher move. It needs to be something different. It gets old.
Then the figure 8?
The figure 8, yes.
So, just a figure 4?
Not even the figure 4. Just create a different move. Why does it have to be a...
Because she's Charlotte Flair, that'd be like Natalya not using the sharpshooter.
She can't use the sharpshooter anyway. She doesn't even know how to use it.
Yeah, well, she's still using it. She might be failing at it, but she's still using it, and the reason why she's using it is because she's part of the Hart Foundation. The Hart Foundation is synonymous with the sharpshooter.
Well, you know what? You know what Natalya's doing? She's making her father disappointed. She's making her uncle disappointed. She's making the whole Hart Foundation disappointed.
No, that's a little harsh. The only thing she's doing...
She can't lock in her moves. She can't cut a freaking promo to save her life. Morgan, I guess I can't really save myself by myself on a podcast. Thank God we got...
Well, first of all, thank you. But second of all, okay, she's a hell of a lot better than Tamina on cutting a promo, okay? If you're worse than Tamina, then there's a problem. But now, on the wrestling side, I might be a little too harsh on my end. Granted, I am a Hart fanatic, but I will say, in your defense, if she does anything, she makes The Rock look good, and that's not okay. So, especially from somebody from the Hart Foundation. So, but moving on back to the Flair, it's because it's synonymous with her and her family. Of course, they're going to give her the figure 4, but then, as the figure 4, I want to do something different.
Flair into it, and I put quotes on that.
Yeah, Flair. So then, figure 8. So now, we have to try to figure out why is it an 8, and then have to do math. We don't want to do math. We just want to watch people body slam each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, but,
Flair, she has clean moves, right? She's clean in the ring. But her finishing moves needs to change. Like, I have nothing against her. She's a fantastic athlete.
She is. And the gimmick fits perfectly. Because, once again, she is a Flair. She can play that part.
Yeah, she could do whatever she wants to do.
And the figure 4 has to be part of her moveset. It has to be.
It's not, though. If it's not the figure 4, then why put your own twist on something that was created way back then?
Well,
why not make something new?
I mean,
look at John Cena. What WrestleMania was that? Or was it WrestleMania, or was it at the Greatest Royal Rumble, where he came out and just did his little pull to the side and cross-checked him right into the throat and dropped his opponent? That was when he still had the JBL cut.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember the name of that move, but
if you remember the name of that move, please put it down in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. But anyways, moving on.
That brings us into Lars Sullivan versus RTruth. Right after that match between Carmella and Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair.
It's been a long night.
It's been a really long night. We brought you one video.